The Miami Dolphins hit the road, barely. They don't even make it out of their own state, as they just have to make their way to Tampa Bay to take on a guy fresh off an emotional meeting with his ex.
Well, there it is. Okay.
Hey, look at that. The greatest QB ever goes back to face his old team that he helped turn into a dynasty in his old stadium that he played in for 20 years, and he wins it when the other team misses a 50-plus yard field goal in driving rain. Look, throw all that stuff out, and it was a win early in the season for a team looking to repeat. They aren't going to care how it happened in December, and Brady isn't going to care, openly at least, that he had a very un-Brady-like game.
Tom Brady was throwing that thing for the back corner of the end zone, and Brady was definitely somewhere else, and Tom's had a few get away from him here tonight.
The rain clearly played a factor, but he did get outplayed by Mac Jones, but he didn't get outwinned.
Brady will take off, and Brady's going to pick up a first down.
You don't think this game means anything to him, do you?
Not much.
Look at his face. That's awesome.
Gronk's absence was evident, but the rest of the Bucs pass catchers did their part in tough conditions.
Under pressure. Gets away, fires, and finds the open man. That's Godwin. Fires, caught, and that should do it. Mike Evans will take it to the 15-yard line, and there is your record.
The Dolphins' defense they'll be taking on, not quite at the level they finished at last year. Carson Wentz really hadn't had any good games this year until he faced them last week.
Wentz takes a shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket, he throws to the left flat, and it is a catch, a contested grab, touchdown, I-N-D-Y.
They may also have to be prepared to face an actual Buccaneers run game, which is as rare these days as spotting a jackalope in the wild.
On the right side, running the ball is Rojo, gets outside, the 5-3-2-1, touchdown is a touchdown, Mr. Ref, touchdown Tampa Bay.
I know it's hard to run the ball when you have Brady and all those dudes they line up as pass catchers, but it's nice to see them let Leonard Fournette show what he can do too.
Yeah, Fournette's getting it done so far. There was absolutely no hole whatsoever there, and he just created that one on his own. Antonio Brown with a little business decision there on Matthew Judon.
Sure, the rain played a role in their play calling, but maybe the fact the Dolphins haven't played the run great this year or last week will lead them down that path again.
He's at the 10, he's at the 5, looking for the pylon. Is he in? Yes, he is! Touchdown, Jonathan Taylor!
What about Miami's rush offense? Non-existent last week.
The handoff right side to Myles Gaskin, and he's brought down by Kenny Moore and gets a tackle for loss.
And why would they bother against the Buccaneers? True story. I looked up our stats page to refresh my memory on how little New England ran on them, and I thought the page didn't load right. It did.
They can't run the football on them. We talked about it in the opening on camera. Don't feel badly. Nobody else can run the football on these guys either.
So that puts the fortunes of the Dolphins in the hands of Jacoby Brissett, who on paper wasn't bad last week.
Throwing end zone. Was it caught? Yes. Touchdown. It's Parker.
No picks is good, 2 TDs is good, rating looked good, but under 200 yards passing isn't good with a run game like theirs. Yards per attempt under 7 is not good, and going 3 for 11 on third down, well, that's not good either.
3rd and 6, Brissett's pass nearly picked.
He was trying to find Gesicki in the seam in the soft spot of the zone.
But maybe he can improve on those figures this week. First, he has to dodge the Bucs' pass rush, which had been hibernating until last week.
3rd and 12. Look out! Tryon Shoyinka, the rookie.
If they're as effective at getting home this week, that could be troublesome for Brissett, being he was sacked 3 times last week and 10 times in their 3 games prior to that.
Boy, Brissett somehow evades the sack, but the Colts still coming. Brissett football is loose, and more disaster for Miami.
But if he can avoid the rush, he'll be throwing at a secondary that's accepting applications. Lots of openings over there because they are decimated.
So all 3 of the starting cornerbacks from opening night are now on the sideline for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It feels like Tampa Bay DBs are dropping like flies. We'll have to see who is healthy enough to go this week, but they've had a rough go of it this season when teams let it fly against them.
He joins Harris there, hand off to Harris, tosses it back to Myers, he's going to look to throw it. Down the right side for Aguilar, catches the 20 and stride, razzle dazzle.
Okay, which Florida team are you taking? Remember, Brady has some weird thing about playing Miami in Florida, though at times it's basically taken a miracle to defeat him. But that means it's possible. Tell us if you think lightning can strike twice. Predictions, comment section, ours stream.